Hi guys, I'm Rebecca and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time seeing my face, which I'm sure it is because this channel is new, you should subscribe because on this side of the internet, we talk about books. That's what we're going to talk about. That's what this channel is for. I'm going to give you book ratings, book reviews, 24-hour readathons. It's going to be the whole shebang. So you should stick around. With that being said, today's video, and also my first video, is going to be all the books I've rated 5 stars in the past year. I don't rate very many books 5 stars. I think I have about like 6 or 7 here. So we're going to talk about them. I'm going to give you a brief summary, no spoiler. All of these books that are in this pile are literary masterpieces or are going to be considered classics. Actually, probably none of them are. But if I gave it a 5 stars, it was because I had a fun time reading it. I'm just warning you now, some of these are not literary masterpieces, just so you're aware. The 5 star the most recently, and that is Happy Place by Emily Henry. I ate this book up. I needed this. It was everything I needed when I needed it. It made me cry very many times. It's about basically this group of friends. They go to this lake house and 2 of them are engaged, but they're not engaged anymore. They had a falling out, a breakup, and basically it's just about having to deal with that. It is a second chance romance and I loved it, ate it up, 5 stars. I'm sure everyone's heard of Happy Place by Emily Henry. If you haven't, you should go read it. But I gave it a 5 stars because it made me cry and it just felt like everything I needed in a book at the time. Quotes in this book were insane. I should have annotated it, but I didn't. But anyway, yes, 5 stars. Happy Place by Emily Henry. Please go read it right now. The book I'm going to be talking about is Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez, and you'll hear her name again later in this video because I gave another one of her books 5 stars. So this is about Alexis and Daniel, and Alexis basically drives her car into a ditch, and this guy from this small town helps her, and she is like this massive important ER doctor, a surgeon, and he just lives in this small town and owns a bed and breakfast. So basically she feels like, you know, that'll never work. They come from 2 opposite worlds. And then they end up, you know, hanging out, talking more, and, you know, I don't want to spoil the ending, but I loved this book. I thought it was so well written and fast paced, and I think I read it in like 2 days. This book was so good. It was funny. It had good banter. The small town romance, I ate that shit up. So if you're looking for a quick, easy, fast-paced read, I highly recommend, honestly, any of her books. They're all pretty good, all very fast-paced. The writing is good. Okay, this next book I'm going to be talking about, I'm sure pretty much everyone has either watched the show or read the book, and that is Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I loved this book. Like, I devoured it. This book is written in interview style, and it basically is about a rock band, Daisy Jones and the Six, and it's basically going through their whole story in interview style. And honestly, when you read this, you forget they're fictional people. Like, I genuinely forgot they were fictional people, but here we are. And it's really easy to get through because it's interview style. So basically when you're reading it, it just feels like you're reading an article. And I actually annotated this one. So the quotes in here are fire. Like, I'm just gonna read my favorite one. So this one says, "It's like some of us are chasing after our nightmares the way other people chase dreams." I love that. Love that. And the show is on Amazon Prime. I haven't watched it because I don't know. I can't bring myself to watch it, but if I should, let me know down below. But yeah, highly recommend. It made me cry. After this ended, after I read this, I didn't read another book for like a whole month because I was like, nope, nothing can compare. Nothing can compare. So this is actually probably one of my 6 star reads. It was that good. So next book I'm going to be talking about is called From Lukov with Love by Mariana Zapata. And oh my god, this is a slow burn. It is a thick one. It's like 500, 600 pages. And when I tell you I loved this book, I didn't care if they didn't kiss till the last 10% of the book. I didn't care. I thought this was incredible. It's about 2 ice skaters. They kind of hate each other, and then they end up becoming partners for a figure skating competition, and you know, they become friends. It's definitely enemies to lovers. Oh, good. And honestly, I haven't actually read any other Mariana Zapata books, but this one was a 5 stars and I ate it up. And it didn't make me cry, but like the banter in this is good and I liked the characters. So you know what? It was a 5 star for me. Okay, so the next book I'm going to be talking about is another book by Abby Jimenez, and that is Yours Truly. And it's actually the companion novel to Part of Your World. This is about the main character in that book, her best friend. It came out on my birthday, so that was pretty cool. The anxiety rep in this book is so good. Like, I felt like I live with the anxiety that Jacob deals with every day in this book. So you know what? It was a win for me right there. Hey, Brianna's life is falling apart. She's getting a divorce and everything is falling apart. And then she meets Jacob and he's off-putting when she first meets him. Then they start writing little letters to each other, which is so sweet. And I loved that. They start exchanging letters back and forth, and then they become friends and they eat lunch together and stuff. And obviously things develop from there. And I just love this book. Like, I really did. I genuinely loved everything about it. Some people don't really like this book, but I did. So you know what? There's that. I'm sure a lot of people have this on their 5-star reads. And this is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. The same author as Daisy Jones and the Six. This book, oh my god. I read this book last year. I think, yeah, it was last year. But I gave it a 5 stars. This is my first ever 5-star read since I got back into reading. It is about this actress in old Hollywood, and her name is Evelyn Hugo. And she's giving a tell-all interview about her life. Oh, good. I cried multiple times reading this book. And sadly, my copy is falling apart. Like, the pages are falling out, which is sad. There's different parts for each husband because she was married 7 times. But then you find out about her actual one true love, and I loved it. Taylor Jenkins Reid can do no wrong in my eyes. I loved all of the books I read by her, and I would read her grocery list. So there's that. 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. The last book I'm going to be talking about is not anybody else's 5-star read, but it's mine. I loved this book. I had a wonderful time reading it. I ate it up. The Goal by Elle Kennedy. Anyway, I know why some people would give this like a 1-2 stars. Me personally, I loved it. This is about Tucker and Sabrina. They're in college. This is part of the off-campus series, which I read all of those as well. And I loved all of them, but this was the 5-star read for me. It's an accidental pregnancy trope, but Tucker is so kind and patient with Sabrina, and I just cannot fathom that, because most men, well, obviously, this is a fictional man, but anyway, so kind and patient, and their love story was beautiful to me, and I loved it. If you're looking for a good little quick series, there are 5 books in the series, and I read them all within 2 weeks. So that's why this got a 5-star from me, because I absolutely loved it. I thought it was cute. I thought it was funny. I thought it was sweet. Right, so those are my 5-star reads for now. I'm sure that 6 months from now I'll have more. But if you enjoyed this video at any point in time, make sure you give it a like and subscribe for new videos once a week. Don't know when yet. I'll get there. But yeah, and if you want, follow me on my social medias below, and I will see you guys when I see you. Bye!